Hi everyone, I'm Master Yin Quan. I'm really happy to be able to conduct a class online for to introduce everyone to YoungQi. Instead of saying as an introduction of YoungQi, this is actually an additional class. So the main theme for today is the uses of Qi with the 3 inches of Qi. So every time when you go to the Chinese sensei, the sensei will take your pulse. So when he take your pulse, it's actually 3 inches below your wrist. Hence, that's why it's got 3 inches of qi. The 1,000 uses of 3 inches of qi. So as long as you have primordial qi and your qi and blood is flowing, there are infinite possibilities in your life. So hence, the 1,000 uses of qi. So what this means is that your life will be colorful when your body is filled with qi. When your life is filled with qi, you're like a spring. Everything is growing. But when your qi is weak, you're like in the fall when everything is starting to wilt. So for today's class, I'm now going to put more focus on yang qi. So yang qi advance is what people want since ancient time, not just in the ancient time, but also modern times. Why? Even till now, till modern times, we still seek for what? Ways to prevent aging, anti-aging. So human wants to live healthily and live long. So in the Chinese culture, the the most famous emperor who's seeking for longevity is Emperor Qin Shi Huang. So for today's class, I'm going to introduce everyone to the secret technique of longevity, the secret technique of Yang Qi. So without further ado, let's welcome two of our seniors. So this is instructor Jia Rong. She has been practicing Qigong for more than 40 years, okay, for about 40 years, okay. She is currently her age is actually very high. Okay, she's actually 70 plus years old, and you see, look at the body figure. Look at the figure. Look at the body figure. She's still very young. She's 70 plus years old. So this technique, this type of movement, okay, not everyone can do that. Why? Because this must comes from the heart. When you're still young, when you still remain young, internally and externally. She's 70 plus years old now. She's almost 75. So she is actually one of the good example whereby when you practice your qigong, you are able to maintain young, maintain your youth, not just physically but also internally. You always feel very happy. And instructor Jiarong has been actually helping Master everywhere around the world. She has been everywhere around the world together with Master when he conducted his class as a volunteer and assistant. Next time in the future, when you have the opportunity to meet instructor Jiarong, you have to look at her skin, look at her skin, and you have to feel her skin. 70 plus years old without a dark spot, no spot at all on the skin, and the skin is as smooth, silky smooth like a baby. This is achievable. Then the one on the left is also another instructor from Taiwan. And last time when she practiced her Qigong, she was actually heavily influenced by instructor Jiarong. Back then, instructor Jiarong was about 60 years old. But when she first met instructor Jiarong, it left a very good impression in her because her complexion is very good. Her skin is glowing. So, it gives her, wow, this Qigong is wonderful. And, she persevered and practiced her Qigong. And the instructor on the left is also almost 60. Okay, she's 50 plus now, but almost 60. She's reaching 60. But after her qigong practice, she feels that her condition has improved tremendously compared to before she practiced her Qigong. So from these two instructors, we can see, oh, yeah, of course, it includes Master. We can see that they can represent anti-aging very well. Because everywhere, when Master conducted trips, or when they see Master and they see the Moses assistant, they feel really surprised. Why? It's amazing. You're also, you're so active, so happy all the time. So this is achievable. So without further ado, we are going to go into YoungQi. The secret to longevity is to transform qi into essence and nourish your mind. This this phrase has been in existence since thousands of years ago. And this technique, YoungQi technique, can only be practiced by the emperor, only taught to the emperor and his concubines. Of course, the purpose, Master will explain further in details next time in your class. So, and of course, as an emperor, he wants to have as many children as possible. So hence, that's why this technique was passed down to the emperor, and it was only practiced by the emperor and his concubine in ancient China. And this phrase, okay, has been spread since ancient times. Why? Because there is a theory behind it, there's a method behind it, but majority of the people does not know what it means, or maybe only know half. No, half also don't know. They do not know what's the secret to longevity. So Master is here to tell you today, because majority of you has registered for YoungQi. So this is like a pre-class, okay? A pre-class theory. So Master is here to tell you, you did the right choice, because this class will change your life. The first thing, okay, transforming Qi into essence to nourish your mind is what mind? Your mind, your brain marrow. Okay, it's your brain marrow. So as you age, because in ancient China, they tends to shorten their words, four words into two words into one word. So marrow is your brain marrow. In our body, we have muscle marrow and brain marrow. In okay, brain marrow and muscle marrow is actually linked together. So transformation of essence into body. This means what? This is the purest type of essence within our body. Is what doctors say is what? Your endocrine system. In the Chinese culture, the endocrine system governs the youth of your body. So where does this essence comes from? Is from your brain marrow and muscle marrow. The secret to longevity, if you do not want to age fast, you have to learn the technique to utilize this essence and create and utilize this essence endlessly. That is the true secret to longevity. Hence the name of this technique, YoungQi. Last time, YoungQi is a secret technique. It's not taught to the public. And in the current society, in the modern society, it's actually easier and faster for us to utilize this essence. Why? Because we eat much better now compared to last time in the past. So what you are learning in YoungQi is to recuperate your muscle marrow and bone marrow, because muscle marrow can create blood. Now, as you grow older, the creation of blood of our body will slowly deteriorate. So as you age, you notice you tend to get weaker and you tend to get tired. So when you practice your harmony qi and when you practice your energy, the four types of qi disorder. The first is what? The weak deficiency of qi. So deficiency of qi comes from where? It's because your body can no longer operate in 100% capacity. It's deteriorating. This means what? Your blood, your bone marrow, your muscle marrow can no longer produce 100% optimum level of blood every day. So hence, the oxygen within your body will start to deteriorate. Why? Because not enough blood. Then of course, as you age, you slowly deteriorate. You slowly grow older and older. So what you're doing in YoungQi is to recuperate your muscle marrow so that your muscle marrow return back to its original optimum states. And after practicing, your complexion will glow. Your face will start to lift upwards. You start to become younger. So hence, that's why Master always say, before you start your YoungQi practice, your YoungQi class, before you learn your YoungQi, take a picture of before and after. The first picture, before. 3 months later, you take another. 1 year later, you take another picture. And you clearly be able to see the changes in your appearance. You start to become younger and younger. The secret to longevity is to transform qi into essence. This truly exists. It's not just a myth. So since your beginner class, Master always says, qi recuperates blood. When qi and blood flows, illness goes. If you want your muscle marrow to be created endlessly, if you want anti-aging, you have to know how to utilize your qi. So within your marrow, within your bone marrow, is your governing vessel and conception vessel. So think of these two vessels as the main highway of your body. This is the main highway, the most important highway in your body. And your governing vessel is actually located within your spine. So hence, when the qi within your spine starts to flow, qi will start to recuperate blood. So hence, you have to make sure your spine is free from blockage. Only then will qi be able to flow without obstruction. Only then will your qi and blood will be able to be created endlessly. So it starts from your tailbone all the way to the front of your upper lips, all the way to the front of your upper lips. So this is the governing vessel. And from the lower lips all the way to your huíchūn, that is the conception vessel. So when these two vessels are linked together, it's what we call the microcosmic orbit. So for YoungQi, you focus on the circulation of the governing vessel and conception vessel. Like what Master said, these two vessels is the most important vessel in our body. It's like the two main highways of our body. And of course, it's just flowing, making sure that it's free from obstruction is not enough, but you must also be able to store. So do you notice when you observe a baby sleeping, can you see the stomach is expanding and contracting all the time? Can see it easily. Why? Because when the qi in your dantian is plentiful, your body will be healthy, your body will be young, your regeneration capabilities will be in its optimum states. So I want you to look at this picture. The governing vessel is behind. Conception vessel is in front. Governing vessels governs the 12, the 12 main meridians. Your lungs meridian, your small intestine meridian, your triple burner meridian, your urinary bladder meridian. So these meridians are governed by what? It's linked to what? It's linked to your governing vessel. So governing vessel is also called the sea of young meridians. So when your young meridians, your governing vessel is free from blockage, these 6 meridians will benefit greatly for it. Then for your gowning vessel is where your heart meridian, so the conception vessel belongs to the yin, is categorized as yin. So hence it's a yin and yang. Back is yang, front is yin. So hence when you practice your harmony qi, you have learned the heaven circulation technique. Okay, your 劳宫穴 must be connected and bring it outwards towards the top of your head. This is the heaven circulation technique which you learn in harmony qi. You lean your body forward and turn your body. So in fact, the techniques that you learn in harmony qi is actually consists of both techniques from yang qi and EnerQi. This technique itself is to gather qi around your head, to focus your qi, to replenish your brain marrow. And after you finish your practice, you usually feel better, feel refreshed. See, movement like this is actually a preparation to warm up, to to guide the qi to flow within your gowning vessel and conception vessel. So I want you to look at this diagram. Look at this acupoints which is located within your gowning vessel. So gowning vessel is located within your spine. If your spine, you have a spur, or you have scoliosis, is out of alignment, or your hip is out of alignment, or if you have slip disc, so what will happen to your spine? Your spine will surely be out of alignment. So when your spine is out of alignment, it will affect the circulation of the qi within your gowning vessel. Hence, the second benefits that you get from practicing yang qi, okay, is to realign your spine. So in yang qi, we call this as the dragon marrow, the dragon bone marrow. Because within your body, we are actually able to create a lot of so in yang qi, your purpose is to recuperate your endocrine system. So in yang qi class, the first technique you learn is long dou dan. So this long dou dan is actually used to activate your qi, to stimulate your qi and enhance it, so the qi will flow within your governing vessel and you start to realign your spine from front and back, left and right, up and down, twist and turn. So within your yang qi intermediate, there's a technique called the bone marrow cleansing technique, the Qian Kun bone marrow cleansing technique and Kan Li bone marrow cleansing technique. So these two techniques are actually used to realign your spine back to its correct alignment. And at that time, next time in the near future, when Master is teaching Qian Kun bone marrow cleansing technique and Kan Li bone marrow cleansing technique, you have to focus on these two techniques, because these two techniques is actually used to realign your spine back to its correct alignment. Okay, it has been proven through scientific theory that our nerves are linked. Okay, our nerves are linked to our spine. So for those of you who has attended the 5-element rejuvenation, you clearly know the importance of our organs, the function of our organs. So each and every technique that you learn in Bai Yin Qigong has its own specific uses. In EnerQi, it's actually used to smoothen the flow of the 12 means meridian of your body. 5-element rejuvenation is used to recuperate your 5 main organs of your body. As for YoungQi, it's actually used to realign your spine back to its correct alignment. Last week, Master received a call from one of the students, and she told Master that my husband is 60 years old, and the company asked him to go for a medical check. When he came back, he feels really happy. 60 years old, he can still grow taller by 2 inches, and his blood flow, his circulation, his nerves and tendons is all very healthy. And when he stand up, he's upright. Because Master is sharing this testimonial. Why? Because when your body is straight, so everyone, I want you to follow Master. When you stand up straight, upright, you'll notice your stomach is flat. But when your spine is weak, when you hunch, your tummy will come out. Why? Because when your spine is weak, you cannot support your body, it will slowly has a pressure and you will start to hunch. And after it will lead to scoliosis. Your spine will slowly goes out of alignment from there. Hence, that's why Yang Qi is very important in realigning your spine. It's very effective in realigning your spine, and it has the ability to make sure your spine is always in an upright position. So we shall now welcome instructor Jia Rong. The instructor Jia Rong is 60 plus, almost 70. Can you see her? Can you see her body is upright, is straight, no hunch. So when your spine is upright, your organs are at its original position. But you see, when the modern society, you see when they stand like that. Modern people, when we usually stand, we stand like that. Stand on one leg. Why? Because your hip is out of alignment. Your hip is weak. Your waist is weak. Your hip is weak. So hence this will actually leads to what? Leads to scoliosis in the long time. Why? Because your posture is wrong. So your spine will slowly goes out of alignment. Why? Because your posture is strong on a daily basis. Why? Because your spine is weak. Your hip is weak. See, movement like that, okay, is cannot be cannot be done by everyone. One, two, three. See. So Master is the male version. She's the female version. So you can see when your spine is in an upright position, it's very important. So another point is your tummy is flat. Hence, that's why usually for women, when they reach the age of 40, your tummy will start to get bigger and bigger. Why? This means what? This means your spine is weak. Hence, that's why your tummy starts to comes out, and your circulation starts to become so weaker and weaker, and fat will start to accumulate on your tummy. Hence, that's why your tummy starts to grow bigger and bigger, especially when you reach the age of 40 and above. So hence that's why Yang Qi is very important. So instructor Jia Rong practice her Qigong every day. And every time when she finish Yang Qi practice, her vitality is very good. So Yang Qi is very important. So Master is going to demonstrate Yang Qi techniques later. So let's look at this diagram. So this is another meridian, another important meridian, which is your girdle vessel. So everyone, I want you to sit straight. I want you to feel your navel and imagine a line. Imagine a line circling around your navel all the way, a complete circle. This is what we call the girdle vessel. It's like a belt. It's like a girdle, which last time in your harmony sheet, you practice your earth circulation technique. This earth circulation technique is actually used to what? Is to prepare you for yang qi, to guide the qi to flow within your meridian, within your girdle vessel. Girdle vessel is the only vessel which flows horizontally. It's like a belt which constrict all of the meridians within your body. So when your tai mai is strong, okay, is healthy, your body will always be in an upright position. The reason why you always hunch, you always slouch is because why? The qi within your girdle vessel is weak. So as long as qi can flow within your girdle vessel, your qi will start to become stronger and stronger. You'll start to be able to store qi. Once the blockage is cleared, the qi within your body will start to flow without obstruction. When your qi are able to flow without obstruction, you'll be able to detox well. Your body will be able to detox well, and the qi will be able to flow freely in its optimal condition. And from there, your life will change, your health will change for the better. So without further ado, we should now welcome the instructors and practice some techniques from YoungQi. So what you are learning now is what we call long you sheng. So you just need to follow right now. And as you follow, I want you to observe master's movement, master's and the instructor's movement. I want you to see the movement of the spine as you practice this technique later. Each and every segment of your spine will be realigned while you practice this technique. And once your spine is realigned, is back to its optimum condition, your endocrine system will improve. It helps to revitalize your endocrine system. So everyone, I want you to stand up and practice together with Master. Now from upwards, raise your palms upwards. From your dantian, raise your hands upwards from dantian. Once you reach this area, flip your palm upward and soar upwards. Fly upwards. Fly upwards. Now from here, okay, from here, I want you to observe the movement. Now I want you to tilt your body over to the left. Tilt your body over to the left. And from here, draw half a circle to the right. Now we are going to practice in the same direction as Master. From right, turn to left. Now I want you to follow Master's movement. Practice slowly, not too fast. You can see masters and instructors' spine. I want you to look at their spine. Look at the spine movement, an S-shaped spine movement. From your upper back to your lower back. Look at the knees. Look at their knees. Look at the knees and the legs from top to bottom. And from bottom to top. Continue upwards. Okay. Now from here, again, the second time, draw half a circle to the right and turn your body over to the left. So everyone, I want you to follow Master and the instructors. Move your spine. Move your spine in an S shape. Now start lowering your knees, lowering your body. Now go upwards. Go upwards and go upwards. Again, draw half a circle to the right side. Now get ready and turn your body from right to left. So right now, I want you to follow the instructor's movement. Can you see their hip? Look at their hip. They're drawing Tai Chi with their hip. This is very useful for the modern people. Why? Because we sit too long. So when you sit too long, your qi will start to leak out from your huíchūn acupoint. Hence, that's why your hip is weak. A lot of people, your hip is now weak and your hip is out of alignment. Why? Because you sit too long. So now, as you see, as when the instructors practice, can you see? Master is moving his hands in the manner of how your hip is moving as you are practicing. It's like drawing a tai chi. You're actually realigning your hip, not only your spine, but also your hip as you practice this technique. Now, I want you to look at their spine. Their spine is now realigning. They're realigning their spine. Now, I want you to look at their spine. Look at their spine. This technique starts to realign your spine from your hip all the way upwards to your spine. It's like realigning your spine with the S-shaped movement, with drawing the while drawing Tai Chi. And as you practice the Yang Qi, you feel your body getting warmer and warmer. And then when you practice, some of you feel it's not so easy. Why? Because your spine is stiff. Your spine is out of alignment. Hence, that's why you need to practice Yang Qi to realign your spine back to its correct alignment. So this is what's happening within your spine. From your knees, your hip, your lower back, your upper back, your neck. You're realigning your whole spine through this movement. And can you see your hands, your arms, your elbow, and your shoulders are also moving. There are a lot of students who got cured from frozen shoulders, stiff shoulders after practicing Yang Qi. Why? Because the blockage has been cleared on the upper back. The moment your upper back is free from blockage, and within your chest area, there's a acupoint called Gao Huang. So as when you practice this movement, you are actually clearing the blockage at your upper back. So when your upper back is free from blockage, when qi starts to flow freely, then your sores and pain will dissipate. So you have to take note of the area which you have your sores and pain, because that is where your spur is, that is where your scoliosis is, that is also where your blockage is. And especially for those who always feels very stiff, you cannot really move your spine. This means what? This means you have to practice your qigong to maintain your youth. So once you finish, okay, pull your spine upwards and lower your arms. Lower your arms. And place your hands in front of Dantian to store your qi back to Dantian. Very good. Everyone pause. Very good. Do you feel the difference after your practice? So, instructor Jarong has practiced Qigong for 30 over years. So she started her practice at the age of 30 plus, okay, 30 plus. So Master is asking her to share her experience in life. What's the important value of life? So she's saying that majority of the people, okay, you seek wealth in life. Most of us seek wealth in life, but while seeking wealth, we forgot about our health. We neglected our health, and throughout her life, okay, Instructor Jia Rong was wise because she can see that wealth is important, but health is even more important. Hence, at the point of time when she was 30 plus, she decided to join and try out qigong. And right now, when she grows old, Instructor Cheryl grows old, she can see that she's really happy that she made the right decision to practice Qigong when she was young. Why? Because her peers at the same age, those who are around her same age, right now, they are all consulting doctor. They are all taking medication. Every Saturday and Sunday, they have to make appointment to the hospital, consult doctor. When the times comes, okay, it has a set alarm, take medication, take a lot of pills. But for Instructor Jiarong, till now, till age of 70 plus, she do not need to take any medicine. She do not need to rely on doctor. She does not have any severe illness or whatsoever. So hence she feels that Qigong is very good. And you have to learn Qigong when you're young. Don't wait till when you're old, only you come. Okay, Instructor Jiarong has actually helped Master in States before when he conduct his classes there. And then when she went to the States with Master, she wasn't affected at all. She doesn't have she wasn't affected by the time zone. When it's time to sleep, she can sleep. When it's time to wake up, she can wake up. And of course, she feels that she saves a lot of time and money in medical expenses after practicing her qigong. So, when you go to the hospital, are you able to immediately seek the doctor when you reach? No, you have to wait. You have to waste a lot of time in the waiting room. Waiting for a doctor's appointment sometimes can take hours. Then take medication to take your medicine. You have to wait another hour. And of course, you will also spend a lot of money. So hence, when you're ill, when you're unhealthy, you spend a lot of time and money on your medical expense. So when she sees her peers, when she sees her peers who are unhealthy, she feels really sad. So hence that's why Instructor Jiarong till today always promotes Qigong because she feels that Qigong can truly help a lot of people. Then when you're unhealthy or when you have severe illness, when the doctor tells you go for operation, you have no choice but to go for operation. You're unable to master your self-healing power. You see, Instructor Jiarong till now, she's still very healthy and still very happy. Can you imagine when you're 70 plus years old, 80 plus years old, are you be able, can you be as active as Instructor Jiarong? Can you be as happy as her every day? So hence that's why you have to start your Qigong practice when you're young. Start when you're young, you'll always be, healthy. You're able to maintain your appearance. So instructor saying before her practice, she has a doctor that she actually has a low blood pressure since the age of 20 plus. Then at the point of time, the company doctor tell her to maintain your lifestyle, but they cannot give her a true guidelines on how to control her low blood pressure. So the doctor every time when the doctor takes a pulse, take a blood pressure, she always asks the doctor, why is it that her blood pressure turns from normal to low blood pressure? It happens suddenly. She do not know why. And when she asks the doctor cannot give a clear explanation. And after her Qigong practice, half a year later, after her practice, her blood pressure returned back to normal. Then after she went back to her doctor, the doctor was so surprised because through her doctor, the doctor does not know that know what happened that caused the blood pressure return back to normal. Because she feels that this is miraculous. Then after right now, okay, she no longer has low blood pressure. And then she always gets fatigued easily last time when she has low blood pressure. And then when she is weak, when she's tired, her emotion is always unstable. And no matter how she sleeps, she cannot sleep well. And right now, every time she finish her practice, her stamina improved tremendously. And right now, she loves to attend high school reunion. Why? Because she can see the change, the difference between her health and her peers' health. Even for Master loves to attend the reunions. Why? Because his appearance never changed. 10 years later, 20 years later, he still looks the same, still looks young. So Master is here to tell you that all of this is achievable after you practice your YoungQi. And next time in the near future, when the pandemic is over, you'll be able to see Master personally in front of you when you attend physical classes. So Master is here to tell you, you have to practice your Qigong, especially YoungQi. So yesterday was talking to the instructors. They only know that plastic surgery, you need to spend a lot of money on plastic surgery. So Master is here to tell you, when you practice your YoungQi, you do not need to go for plastic surgery. Why? Because your natural appearance will slowly turn back to its youthful state after you finish your practice. See, and you do not need to go for regular therapy like a plastic surgery, like Botox. You have to go every month or every 2 months. So when you practice your qigong, there's a type of qi which is existing in between your epidermis. So this epidermis, this qi uh within your epidermis is actually used to make your complexion fine. And through practicing your yang qi, you are actually able to enhance this type of qi. Hence, that's why after practicing yang qi, a lot of people will return back to its youthful state. You look young. You're able to maintain your appearance, your youth. So hence, through this class, Master has taught everyone on the importance of your brain marrow, your bone marrow, and your muscle marrow, and on how yang qi are able to help you to realign your spine, realign your hip, to clear the blockages between your governing vessel and conception vessel, on how to improve the qi and blood circulation throughout your body through clearing the blockages at your governing vessel and conception vessel. And Master has also shared a few testimonials on the improvements of students' condition after practicing Yang Qi. So you have to practice Yang Qi on a daily basis to maintain your youth. So in the online world, brand is very important. A lot of people, when you search online, you can see Master Yin Quan and Master Bai Yin. And you can see all of these pictures taken around the world when there are still physical classes. Now, when Master taught this Qigong in Hong Kong, the Hongki loves this technique. They immediately join. Okay, when the Hongki asked Master, is this Qigong is effective? If it's effective, I will immediately join. So this picture was taken in Hong Kong. Every time when master conduct classes, there will be at least 600 to 700 students. A lot of people will rush to register. Why? Because this technique is very, very effective. So these are the pictures taken around the world. So branding is very important, especially when it comes to online class. So what you're learning is Bai Yin Qigong. Then master also conducted regular classes on air in Singapore and Hong Kong. And there's a broadcast of master's classes in Love 972 in Singapore. Now, during the pandemic, master actually promoted online qigong through this time, and he can feel that no, this actually truly helps a lot of people. Why? Because you are able to enhance your immune system, especially during this time of this pandemic time. So master is now sharing testimonials. So when you look at this picture, he is actually one of the ex-minister, ex-defense minister of Taiwan. He has practiced qigong for more than 30 years. And few years back, okay, he had an accident. Okay, he actually fell from a step in the five-star hotel, and he rolled. When he fell, he rolled from the stairs. He rolled 3 times. And when he rolled 3 times, he can stand up. And the staff was really, really, surprised. And they called ambulance and sent him to the hospital. And after the checkup, doctor says no crack or no fracture at all. Only some light scratches on the skin because he knocked on the stairs. So can you imagine? He's 80 plus years old and he fell from the stairs. And the next day after the accident, Master went and and when Master visit him, he told Master, you know, he's really happy that he practiced qigong. Even worse, he says that even after he has such a serious fall, serious accident, he's still very healthy. No fracture, no nothing, just some light scratches. So he says, he made a lot of people in life. He says he can see a lot of things in life, and he says that health is the most important aspect in life. So the picture on the left is also one of the famous finance broker in Taiwan, and another one is also the same. Okay, they're all in the finance industry. These are all of your seniors who has practiced Bai Yin Qigong. Look at this picture. This is the current finance minister of Taiwan. So one day, there's an interview by a broadcast company, and during the broadcast actually introduced the ex-finance minister and these few important figures. Then the current finance minister can see that, oh, these are all my good friends and they practice Bai Yin Qigong. So they made a call. He made a call to his friends, to those ex-ministers, and introduced him to Master's office, to introduce him to Master. When he saw Master, when he saw Master, when he saw both Master Bai Yin and Master Bai Yin, he was so surprised. That Master's complexion is so perfect, so good, above the age of 50, and you still can maintain this type of complexion. And without further ado, he immediately registered for all of the classes. And at that point of time, his knees is very weak. He cannot squat, and he practiced for 4 months, qigong for 4 months, and one day in class, Master asked him, do you want to share with everyone your benefits after your qigong? And immediately, 4 months after he practiced, he squat in front of the whole class. Because everyone knows he cannot squat. He's almost in the age of 80. 4 months after his practice, his knees recovered. He can squat. So this is achievable after you practice your YoungQi. These four are your seniors, and they are all a very big figure, and they truly see the benefits of practicing qigong. So right now, when you practice something or when you learn something, you want it to be effective. So these are the testimonials by your seniors after practicing their qigong. So this is also another picture taken by one of the volunteers. So this is a before and after picture. She has a severe scoliosis. 1 year and 2 months later. Okay, the picture on the right is taken a year later. Can you see the difference of her spine, the before and after? Last time before she practiced the qigong, besides scoliosis, she always coughed. She coughed a lot. But after her practice, her qigong practice, when her spine is back to its correct alignment, she no longer has any coughing issues. See, can you see the difference? And this instructor is about 60 years old. She's 50 plus. So these are also another testimonial on the benefits of practicing YoungQi, on how YoungQi are able to realign your spine back to its correct alignment. So this is another testimonial from a student in Malaysia. Can you see? This is quite severe. The scoliosis is quite severe, especially on the upper back on the upper back and lower back. This picture was taken by the husband. Okay, not husband, not master. This picture was taken by the husband. Can you see there's a birthmark? There's a birthmark there. Can you see? After her practice, this birthmark is higher because before her practice, her hip is always very sore to the point why? Because her hip is out of alignment. But after her practice, the hip is back to its optimal, its original position. So hence the birthmark is higher. And then last time, before her qigong practice, she cannot give birth, she cannot conceive. But after her practice, right now she's a mother of three. This was taken older. Currently, she already has three children. So her life changed after her qigong practice. This is a testimonial from a student in from Singapore. This was taken when she was that was during her wedding. Then after her first child is the picture on the left. Then after the second child is the on the right. From young lady to auntie, and she is a pure vegetarian. And one day her friends actually introduced her to qigong, and the friend told her there's a very good master, very powerful master from Taiwan condensed classes. And after that, she joined this class. And after practicing her qigong, this is after. Can you see from auntie turn back to young girl? Can you see her figure? Return back to her pre-wedding. Then from there, the husband also joined the qigong. Then after practicing qigong, they are both healthy. And right now, she's pregnant again. See, this picture was taken when she is conceived with her second baby. This was taken when she was conceived with the third child. Number one, there's no water retention. Last time when she was giving birth, when she was conceiving her second child, she has a severe water retention problem. But during the third child, she has no water retention problem, and then her hip does no longer sore. It's the same shirt. Can you see? She's wearing the same shirt. Then after, this picture was taken after the third third child was after she gave birth to the third child. 40 days after she gave birth to the third child. Can you see the difference? This is the effect of YoungQi. So when she practices at this young age, she will be able to maintain her body figure till when she is 70 plus. You see, instructor Jerome can do it, Ziyin can do it. You can also do it. So Master is here to tell you, if you're willing to practice, you for sure see a difference. So lastly, Master is here to tell you, if right now you're worrying about money, then no, don't think too much. Whether or not, if your worries right now is the school fees, okay, tell yourself, rid yourself of all of your worries. Come to the classes. You cannot buy health with money. You cannot buy youth with money. But if today you spend this amount of money and you can gain back your health, retain your youth, is this worth it? Is this worthwhile? Health is the most important aspect in life. Without health, your wealth is useless. Your wealth is pointless. A lot of students, before they join Qigong, their main concern is the fees because they feel it's expensive. But think back, when you spend this money on Qigong, how much can you save when you recover compared to when you continue on relying on doctors on medication? Don't wait till when you fall seriously ill, only you come and learn. Sometimes it's already too late because we age on a daily basis. So in order to maintain your youth, you need to spend a lot of money. You need to consult doctor. You need to rely on medication. What you're doing right now is to what? To maintain your health, to cure your illness. So hence Master is here to tell you this Qigong is very effective. Practice your Yang Qi. Do you want to be healthy? The answer, the question is only this. Do you want to be healthy? If do you want to be healthy, immediately register for the class. Don't think too much. Master is here to tell you. Prevention is better than cure. Don't wait till you are ill, only you come for it. Sometimes that is the time when you start to regret. Why? Because it might be too late. And Master is also to tell you, the money you spend on prevention is 100% for sure cheaper than the money you need to spend when you're already ill and consult doctor. The money you spend, okay, on vacation is similarly the same with the money you spend on Qigong this time. So Master is trying to tell you, in order to enjoy your wealth, you must first have a healthy body. So make sure Master is here to tell you, for those who have registered for the class, make sure you prepare yourself well before the class. And make sure you get ready with your notes and everything before your class. Your life will change once you're willing to learn and practice your Qigong. With health, your life has infinite possibilities. So later after the class, there'll be a link So for those of you who wish to register for the class, you may immediately do so with the link provided to you later after today's class. So today's class is to give you confidence on the benefits of practicing Yang Qi. And in the near future, when you learn Yang Qi beginner, you will learn the best detoxification technique in the world. This is the first techniques that you will learn in your Yang Qi class in the near future. So make sure you register for the class if you have not done so. You will not regret it. Believe in Master. Believe in yourself. If you're willing to practice, you're sure to see results. The moment you learn this technique, it's with you for life. You benefit greatly for it for life. So that's end the class for the day. Thank you, everyone. The class has not ended yet. If let's say during your registration later you meet any problems, the volunteers and assistants are here to help you with the registration process. So thank you, everyone. Master is very happy for today's sharing classes. So health is very, very important. Health is priceless. You see, right now Taiwan is now summer in Taiwan. The instructors, they do not feel any changes in the weather. Why? Because their body are able to adapt to the natural environment easily. So when you're strong, when your qi is strong, you're not easily affected by the external environment. Especially nowadays, in the past few years, our weather is changing extremely. So thank you, everyone. Bye bye.